Hello, hey, how are you? I'm live. It's July 14th, 12 o'clock in the afternoon here in Tampa, Florida. I'm streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. You may have difficulty seeing the person I'm actually speaking to, but it's all good. I can see all of you. So I am going to bring up my Facebook page on my phone so I can keep track of the conversations there. Hello, Kimon. How are you? Light in the world. Anjali, how are you today? So I'm going to be using my Heaven Faith Tarot deck for messages and my Ethereal Visions Tarot deck for the tarot spreads. And I might pull in some more of our mermaids today. I'm not sure. I'm feeling a stronger connection to those mermaids and fairy cards. It's a little strange since I've had them for so long, but it's really beginning to speak to me. After yesterday's in-depth, reading about all of those fairies, I'm much more interested in them. Okay, so thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. And we will start here with Light in the World. And I did do a deep shuffle, so hopefully we're not going to see a lot of wands activity again. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Light in the World? And I need to see these comments that are coming in. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, hello, Chaos. How are you? Erica, Chaos, Sukmani, how are you? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Light in the World? What message do you have for Light in the World? And your message is right here. It is 9 of Pentacles. Don't forget to make time for yourself and allow yourself to enjoy the finer things in life. The 9 of Pentacles is all about wealth, affluence. You may be feeling a financial breakthrough. Things may be picking up for you and, moving in a positive direction, especially if you've had some sort of lack. It also is something about being disciplined, being self-reliant, and you may be enjoying like the finer things in life. So that card can also represent if you're single or if you are married or in a relationship, enjoying those things with your partner. But it is time to really focus on self-care and, just enjoy a little bit of luxury. You've worked hard and now it's time to just reap in some of those rewards late. So again, I want to put up my little Empress. This is our Empress card from the Ethereal Illuminated Tarot. Oh my gosh, do you see the Facebook spammer in my name? Look, read the tarot. Really, read the tarot. Like, you don't think I'm going to block you. But these spammers, like, they go to all lengths to come in here and try and fool you. So I requested, verification, not verification, but like the blue validation. Is that what it is? That, oh, Light in the World, you'll have to rewind. It was a very good message for you, though. The blue check mark on Facebook, but I didn't meet the qualifications or requirements yet. Hopefully that will happen because it just has so many spammers. I just don't have time to deal with them. I just block them and then hope everybody follows my advice. I put a warning on all my videos about them because these people are relentless. They will get in your inbox, ask you to give them money, tell you that they're giving you a reading. And I haven't, there's nobody on my page that I've vouched for or vetted to give readings. Certainly not in my name, but not even, generally. Okay, Kimon. Yes, it was a great message. Anjali, all questions are done on a donation basis. I will get you a message from Spirit. And thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Kimon? The fairies, the mermaids, you got him there, Kimon. Maybe I'm going to start doing these messages. Well, if I do them with the oracle cards, I'll have to do them intuitively. Maybe I'll start doing that. I do love this deck so much, though. And the messages are always spot on. Definitely more cards here than in my oracle card decks. And my oracle card decks are only 44, and of course my tarot is 78. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Kimon? What message do you have for Kimon? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Kimon to know today? What message do you have for Kimon? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Kimon? And this is interesting. Kimon, not sure if this symbol is coming through for you, but while I was shuffling, I actually saw a lamb, like a real sheep baby lamb, a little white lamb. Is this symbol for you? Does anybody in the chat, if the symbol is not for Kimon, connect to a lamb? There is a symbol of a lamb, a baby lamb. Bah, bah. So let's see. Why am I picking up a lamb? Very interesting. Okay, your message, Kimon, is the hermit. The hermit teaches us that sometimes we need to withdraw from the din of the outside world in order to start hearing the small voice within. He urges us to rediscover our own rich inner world through meditation and reflection. Kimon, you're not watching from, you're not living on a farm or something, are you? Look at that beautiful hermit. I think I just see this the hermit card, and he looks like Father Christmas to me. Doesn't he look like this would be like the real Santa or something? I am Father Christmas. It's just so beautiful. With the hermit. What's with the lamb? Huh. I'm going to have to see what message Spirit is bringing in. When I do psychic mediumship, the symbols will come, and it could be somebody who's going to come in later who connects to this lamb. Oh, and we have this again. Do you see what my cards are doing? Okay, stay still now. Don't move. Stay on the camera. Very interesting. The other night I couldn't get these cards to sit down. Okay, so let's see. We're moving on from Kimon. No lamb. Lamb. Sheep, lamb. Anjali. Definitely want to know this lamb. So we will see what other symbols come through. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Anjali? What message do you have for Anjali today? And Anjali, you're not on a farm with a lamb, are you? What message do you have for Anjali? And thank you, Spirit. Set my intention for mediumship work with benevolent, loving, the highest evolved energies, spirit people of loved ones. To be a clear channel of communication, to bridge the gap through the veil, to bridge the divide. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, you want to know what that lamb means too? Yeah. Now I'm hearing the name Lola. And I did have like Lola, the name, come through on my last mediumship day. Because it was Gina Lolo Brigida. I'm not sure how you pronounce her last name. but the name Lola was coming through as part of that. Okay, thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Anjali? What message do you have for Anjali? What do you want Anjali to know? Anjali, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Sometimes you need to have a little patience and take a moment to reflect before you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. So you may be working really hard, and Anjali, you may be feeling like, I really want to spend this money right now. I'd like to take a trip. I'd like to go somewhere. And you might even be feeling like you have the money, like you're starting to reap those rewards. You're starting to see a little bit more money coming in. But Spirit is saying to just hold off. You might be feeling like sensing some sort of directional change. And not sure if your message, Anjali, is actually related to money or something else, but this card can show up if you feel like you're at a crossroads, if you've achieved something and now you're kind of like evaluating where you are, looking at the results of what you've been working hard for. And it can be that you're getting like a return on your investment, but it could even be that you're wondering like if you're doing the right approach, if you should implement a new strategy. So let me know if that resonates with you, Anjali. And yes, it is a very beautiful card. Hello, Kendra. How are you? God bless you today. And hi, Tracy. How have you been? Oh, it does resonate? 100? Awesome. Let me put that up on the screen because that helps if I'm going through the videos after. Okay. Going back up here. Erica. Oh, thank you, Eliza. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What was that little lamb about? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Erica? What do you want Erica to know today? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Erica to know? What message do you have for Erica? What do you want Erica to know? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Erica to know today? Thank you, Spirit. And that card on the screen is our beautiful Empress. Loving mother energy, nurturing, healing, making things grow, feeling connected to the earth, rooted and grounded in love. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Erica? What message do you have for Erica today? Oh, yes, Kendra, you will be on the list unless I'm on donations. Donations do get preference and free messages stop once I'm on donations. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Erica? What message do you have for Erica? And Erica, your message is right here. It is the Four of Wands. Take some time out to celebrate your stability, joy, and happiness with friends and family. It's not worth doing if you can't enjoy it. The Four of Wands is one of my favorite cards of the fours. The Four of Pentacles is like not a very good card. It's like block change or you're just being downright greedy. Four of Swords, of course, you're like not moving because you don't want to be pierced by these swords. You don't want to be hurt. Four of Cups is you're kind of like apathetic. You're like introverted. But our Four of Wands is very positive. Our Four of Wands is that beautiful stability of like home sweet home. Like you have this beautiful, stable home life and there's celebration. And it's like this beautiful, peaceful energy. Like, you're home, everything's blessed. And now you and your family are going out to like, to somebody's wedding or to celebrate somebody's birthday. So it's absolutely a beautiful card. It's very positive. It's very stable. So this card, Erica, comes in as a blessing for you, that there is something tangible right now. If it's your home life, if it's a celebration, if there's going to be some sort of event, but feeling like rejoicing over something happy, it can show up for anniversaries. If you were getting a reward at work, something like that. But it can also be like if you're breaking free out of a bad situation, if you're cutting loose toxic bonds, and now you're open and you're excited and you're happy. So it's just a wonderful feel. I would say it's like feeling refreshed. It's like that beautiful, refreshed, joyous energy of excitement and celebration and happiness. So very good card, Erica. Oh, I'm doing very well, Chandra. How are you? Okay, let's go up here. And we're on chaos. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for chaos? What do you want chaos to know today? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want chaos to know? What do you want chaos to know today? Thank you, Spirit. And we are actually on our sacral chakra cleanse with the background music. Thank you, Spirit. What do you want chaos to know? The card of the day reading this morning was absolutely fantastic. If you get a chance to watch that on the Read the Tarot channel, you should. Oh, awesome. Chaos. We have Page of Cups. Let your imagination run wild. Imagination is the fuel of dreams, and dreams are the fuel of creation. And I love our Page of Cups. It's all about bringing something new to life. It's all about your feelings, your emotions, your creativity, your passions, your drive, bringing these things, feeling loving, feeling emotional. You may be feeling more sensitive and just really letting your heart lead the way. You could be feeling sentimental or romantic. That can show up with our page, but our pages are all about these new adventures. So this could even show up like if you meet somebody new and you're falling in love. Anything that has to do with newness, emotions, love, responding to something that makes you feel beautiful. It just feeling loving, feeling close, feeling emotional, and feeling intimate. So let me see if that resonates with you, Chaos. And next is Sukmani. I would like to know if that resonates with you. I think I might change out the Empress. What else do we have here? Oh, here's the Emperor. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use one of our mermaid cards. Yes, it's a very good card. Instead of putting my tarot up here, this is our mermaid from earlier this morning. It was a beautiful card. Light, letting your inner light lead the way, and not being afraid to kind of challenge the darkness that's within you so that you can let your light shine. And not to, think that the darkness is bad or wrong or evil, but just to address it. And Sukmani, let's see what message Spirit has for you today. Yes, love covers and conquers all negative things, absolutely. And the Bible says love covers a multitude of sin. Yet sometimes the hardest thing is to walk in love, right? Or is that just me? Sukhmani, Sukhmani. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Sukhmani? What message do you have for Sukhmani today? What do you want Sukhmani to know? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Sukhmani to know? What do you want Sukhmani to know? And Tracy, when I get to you, I will address your question because you're one of my top stars givers. The Hierophant. The Hierophant teaches us to have faith and to seek spiritual guidance and education. He urges us to study, seek out the knowledge that we desire, and to act in accordance with our beliefs. So Sukhmani, are you in college? Are you studying something? The Hierophant can show up if you are a student, if you're studying something. Can also represent community-based groups or organizations, represents faith, belief systems, can represent getting an education, but having a belief system such as following or honoring rituals, your cultural heritage, religious traditions, ceremonies, following a discipline or conforming and identifying with a group. So if you're like joining a church or joining a community organization, the Hierophant could show up. So if you're like more spiritually inclined right now or involved in some sort of spiritual study, that could definitely show up. So I'm going to go through these. So here was light, and here is hope. Let me turn that. Hope. That's our hope mermaid. Varying Redbeard, I haven't seen you for a while. How are you? Okay, so let's see after Sukhmani. I believe it was honey. Oh, and then Tracy, you're next after honey. And I am going to give you a reading, a financial reading. Yes, you did say that out loud. Okay, thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for honey? What message do you have for honey? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for honey? Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. You're welcome, Tracy. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. And we are on our solar plexus cleanse right now. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, Chandra. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for honey? Right here. And honey, your message is the 9 of Cups. Anything is possible. Wonderful surprises await those who reach for the stars. The 9 of Cups. I love how his eyes are closed. It's as if he's meditating and manifesting those things that he wants. Hello, Sam. Hello, Calvir. How are you? I haven't seen you for a while, Calvir. Okay, let me put Tracy up here. And this was our card from the card of the day stream this morning, Go with the Flow, where Spirit was telling us a lot this morning about not being so time focused, not being so time centered, but just letting ourselves pretty much trusting spirit, trusting our destinies, to know that we don't have to micromanage every single second. That when we trust, oh, Kendra donated. Okay, I'm actually going to make a donations list because Kendra donated stars. So I'm going to do Tracy, Kendra, and then Sam. So if you are making a donation, please let me know so I can add you so I don't miss it. Okay. So let me put that here. Okay, so Tracy, first I'm going to get you a message from Spirit. And if you'd like to type a question, I know you want to know something about when your financial situation will improve. But if you have a specific question about your finances, please let me know. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Tracy? What message do you have for Tracy? Thank you, Spirit. And Tracy, your message is right here. It is the Two of Wands. Visualize your desire and make actionable plans to go after it. You can achieve anything you set your mind to. So Spirit is basically telling you that you have the power to change your situation. You need faith. You need a vision. When will you have money coming in? Okay, I'm going to use the Ethereal Tarot. Let's just see what Spirit has for your money, your financial situation. The first two cards are going to represent your question, and we're going to see what the obstacle is that's blocking the money and what you need to address to get money coming in, okay? And Tracy, if you have any access to walnuts, as long as you don't have a nut allergy, you might want to bring some walnuts into your home and like keep them in a bowl, because walnuts are said to attract money, prosperity. Thank you, Spirit. What does Tracy need to know about her financial situation? What does Tracy need to know about money coming in? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, right here. So Tracy, the first two represent your question. Two of Swords. Now we had Two of Wands, okay? So the Two of Swords is saying that there's a situation here that you're refusing to look at. Something is blocked and you're at a stalemate. And that's regarding your financial situation. We also have the Lovers. The Lovers. Do we have any Gemini energy, Tracy? The Lovers can represent Gemini. No, okay. So the Lovers in your financial spread represents things such as your values, struggling with temptation. So I wonder, is there some sort of block? I don't know if, do you have a partner? Is there any type of addiction or something like that that could be taking the money? Is there somebody who's capable of making more money that isn't? Because the Lovers is, I feel that it could represent a person. But at the same time, with our Two of Swords, we have something that's blocked here. So it's very important that we see what's going on with your block. Okay, so now we have the Hermit for your goal. Are you living with somebody, and is it your goal to be single? Um, because do you want to live by yourself? Your goal here is the Hermit, and of course that can represent being in. You're still waiting on Social Security. Okay, well, that would be the Lovers. So it's you, and is it a husband or a partner? Who's waiting for the Social Security? You, the lovers representing a partner, or both? So you want to know when that's going to come in. Husband, okay, so it is the lovers. Okay, let me see your obstacle here. Okay, your obstacle is the Seven of Pentacles. The obstacle is money. Yeah, it's basically you're just waiting on the government. So we could have done a specific question, when will you get your Social Security? But I'm not sure I would get the time frame on that. But again, yeah, the Seven of Pentacles is reaping that reward, having a direction change. So it's just kind of representing there's a holdup. What's around you is the Four of Wands. So is your home life actually stable right now? Because the Four of Wands would represent that although it could represent being stuck, but usually the Four of Wands does represent positive. But yeah, things are still blocked. Things are still stable. It's coming. It's definitely coming. Four of Wands, Ten of Cups, the lovers. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, he can't be alone. Okay, so this is good, Tracy. So you need to try and get a job to bring in money before you get the Social Security. Okay, I see. Um, so we have the High Priestess here as your immediate course of action, but sometimes the High Priestess can represent staying still and not bringing in, not making any changes, kind of like looking within. So you got the brand new townhouse. Okay. So Tracy, is there any way you can make some money from home, working at home? Because the High Priestess would represent that kind of like non-action. So I'm wondering if there is a way. But what I need to see is your next card, because this is telling me that you're not getting the money immediately. Okay, so if like you're waiting days or weeks or maybe even months, it's not going to be okay. Yeah, it's not going to be that quickly. Now the next card is our long term. Our next card is Two of Wands, and Two of Wands was actually your message from Spirit. Oh, I'm sorry, you have a spammer. Okay. So the Two of Wands can represent it coming, because this is exploration, leadership. This is new directions. Um, Based off of this, High Priestess, you're waiting 5 months. Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit longer. Um, our overall approach is the Eight of Cups, moving on. You will be moving on from this situation to your next chapter, but I think it's going to be a lot longer. I think you're doing the right thing to try and get another revenue of money, because I think you're going to be waiting, maybe even, I hate to say it, towards the end of the year. The outcome is Temperance. Your outcome card for this situation is Temperance. So there is well, the outcome is Temperance, which is Sagittarius. You know what? I think this is actually representing December. I think this is December. Oh, that's awesome. Did you see that, Tracy? First call resolution. They train and provide equipment for customer service work from home. I do, because I definitely, this is not picking up and coming right away. I think you're going to be waiting a long time. So you're doing the right thing by looking into a work at home job. And so your husband can't be home alone. He needs someone to take care of him. Is there any way that he can get like in-home care? I'm going to put our waiting message up. I wonder if there's a message here for you. That's actually the picture from the box, waiting. Interesting, I just pulled that card. Let me see if there's a message for you. So, Tracy, I'm going to include this card in your reading because I just reached over to get a card to put here and it said waiting. So, this is the message. Call on the qualities of patience while you're waiting for something to happen. Your ship is about to come in. This mermaid asks, what is it that you're waiting for? Is it a person or a situation? If so, what action can you take while you wait? Perhaps you've made a wish and are waiting for it to manifest. It's important to take some form of action to meet that wish halfway. Are you patiently waiting or are you getting excited? Is the feeling like waiting for a seasonal holiday when you'll exchange a gift or two? If this is the case, the suspense of waiting can be an enjoyable experience as it's filled with anticipation and excitement. Perhaps you're waiting and yearning for a specific outcome. Be mindful of any projected expectations you may have about the object or subject of your desire. If you can turn waiting into being using mindfulness techniques, this can help to make the waiting more bearable. This card also says that your ship is about to come in. You have or are developing patience and you're about to reap the rewards. This message is enhanced when the patience and or abundance card also appears in the same spread. And I do want to say that you did have a lot of abundance cards in your tarot reading. Perhaps you're simply waiting passively for your ship to come in without doing anything. Yes, some things can certainly be left to destiny. However, you also have the option of swimming out to meet the ship if this feels like the right course of action. Maybe you think you've been waiting for too long. How long is too long? Read these questions again and notice how you feel. Remember, some things are definitely worth waiting for, but others aren't. Only you will know which applies here. So I do feel that your strategy to look for a work at home job, I do feel that's what you're supposed to be doing for sure. Okay, so next we're going to move on to Kendra. Let me update this. But I do think it's going to be a little bit longer than you were hoping. Hello, Jessica. How are you? How are you doing? And thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Kendra? So, Kendra, I give the free message from Spirit, and then if you want to type in your question, I think you may have typed in something earlier, but I didn't see it. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Kendra? What do you want Kendra to know today? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Kendra to know? What do you want Kendra to know today? Kendra, we have the Wheel of Fortune. As the wheel turns, ages come and go, fortunes rise and fall, and people are born and die. The Wheel of Fortune card shows us that nothing is permanent and teaches us to embrace the constant ebb and flow of life. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Anything in your marriage? If your question isn't specific enough, Kendra, I might pull the Moon or the High Priestess, which represents a lot of mystery. Do you have anything specific about your marriage? Oh, awesome, Tracy. God bless you. That card just answered your question. That happens a lot. Well, is there anything specific about your marriage that you want to ask? The Wheel of Fortune is major arcana. Hello, unknown. How are you? You're welcome, Kendra. Well, let me see what else Spirit has for you. I'll just see something general. Thank you, Spirit. What else do you want Kendra to know? What else do you want Kendra to know? Well, you know what? Let me go to these mermaids. Let me get you some mermaid messages. Oh, okay. Does your husband love you? Okay, there we go. That's a good question. I'm sure he does, but let's check. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Kendra wants to know if her husband loves her. What does Kendra need to know about her husband's true feelings? What does Kendra need to know about her husband's true feelings? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What does Kendra need to know about her husband's true feelings? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. And the first two represent your question. We have the Four of Cups. So I can see why you're asking right away. The Four of Cups means that he's gone within. He's really not being very emotional. He's kind of self-absorbed right now. He's off by himself. Our cups are emotions and love. This might be somebody where, if he works, he comes home and you're like, how's your day? And maybe he's not even talking, just kind of going off by himself. The next card represents that as well. Oh yeah, Five of Swords. Five of Swords. So we definitely have some, what I would say, little negative energy here. Maybe there's been some conflict, some fighting, and both of these cards, if you look, would represent your husband. But just look at the imagery. He's sitting here by himself, hands on his lap, looking down. And in this card, sitting here, hands on his lap, staring off in space. So my guess is that he's acting very uninvolved, passionless in the marriage, and just being a little too self-absorbed. Our goal here for your marriage is the King of Pentacles. Is he out of work or anything? This doesn't necessarily mean he's out of work. But the King of Pentacles, the goal here could be a man who's either like the head of the family. I don't know if you have children, but the King of Pentacles is very practical. He's in control. He's almost like the emperor. And as you see with these, the Pentacles, that suit represents health, money as well. So maybe he's not even putting his money into the home like he should. I'm not sure about the financial situation, but what we really want to look at here are the obstacles to see what his true feelings are. The obstacles are Six of Swords. He's having a hard time healing from something. Was there any type of betrayal here? He's a retired sergeant from the Air Force. Oh, that makes sense with the king. But was there any type of cheating? What is he healing from? Well, actually, could he have some PTSD? He's not healing from something. He is in need of healing. It could be physical, it could be emotional, it could be spiritual. I'm not sure. But the problem with the marriage is something is not being healed, and he needs to get. Do you see on this card, one of my favorite cards? On the right side, you see that, well, you know what? This could be depression. This could be depression. Um, he has schizophrenia. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. He's not being healed from the schizophrenia. Um, that actually is a very powerful interpretation for this card. Because what I was going to say is on the right side, well, my right, um, You see the waves on the right side of him are choppy. On the left side over here, the water is nice and calm. And there's six swords that have been um, pierced into the boat. Does he have medication for schizophrenia? Is he not taking it? Is that why he's not being healed? Or is this an official diagnosis? I mean, I can't dish out any type of medical advice. I'm not a doctor, but the problem here is that he's not being healed. So let me see what is around you. Okay, so beautiful. Is there an anniversary coming up or something? I would say that these are feelings of love around you. Okay, with the Three of Cups. Let me see what else is around the marriage. Oh, the devil. There could be some sort of addictions as well. Does he have? He was on a monthly shot and stopped it. Is he substituting some sort of substance abuse as well? He's not taking that medication, but is he possibly taking something else? Like, is he drinking too much? Is he on drugs? He's a Capricorn. Okay, well, that could represent this, of course. Capricorn is the devil card. The Three of Cups here, though, for what's around, does give me hope, but we not truly seeing the love quote unquote cards that I want to see, but they might start showing up now. But it does seem that this is more along the lines of he needs some healing. Not going to read too much into that devil. Let's see what's our immediate steps. Eight of Wands. So have you two been talking about divorce? The Eight of Wands could show up if there's either going to be an important message or there could be a conclusion. Like, are you contemplating getting divorced? Has he mentioned anything? Let me see our long term. Long term is Nine of Pentacles. And I love the imagery here. So I see you long term being very prosperous, financially blessed. You are thinking about divorce. Um, my Nine of Pentacles to me is kind of like a single woman who's very prosperous, very well off. It looks to me like you may choose to go this route, and I believe you're going to be financially set. Um, we have the Page of Pentacles for our overall approach, which I believe this would be represent you as well. Um, Kind of going into a new business or something. It could just be a new life as a single woman, your page. But are you even thinking of something like, I want to get divorced and maybe go back to school or do something for you along those lines? Because that's kind of like this energy here. And our outcome is the Chariot. Girl, I think you're leaving. Our outcome here for you is Major Arcana. This is life change. Um, I think you're getting on your Chariot and you're leaving. You wanted to go to school? Okay, yeah. I think I think that's what you're doing. That Chariot is all about moving on, moving forward with your life. How long have you been married? Yep, and the Wheel of Fortune goes with the Chariot as well. So when you said that the Wheel of Fortune answered your question, you were pretty much interpreting it as like an answer to yes, get divorced, correct? Oh, that's it? Only 4 years? Wow. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. Um, So it does seem, though, I don't know if you already have your own money or if this would be something from the divorce. But our Nine of Pentacles is a woman who's like very financially set. As you can see, like she has this beautiful home in the back. She's tending her own vineyards. Everything is blooming, everything's prosperous. She's surrounded by all this luxury and the money. And now it looks like not only would you be getting divorced and kind of like be set off, that now you're like, I'm just going to take one of these coins. Oh, yes, exactly, Kendra. And then it's like, she's like, I'm just going to take one of my 9 pentacles. What am I going to invest this in? I want to invest this in myself. What is this new opportunity I'm going to do to further my life, to further myself? And it looks to me like, like you're saying, like, it looks to me like you're going back to school, getting some career, something going. But with the Wheel of Fortune as your message, the Chariot for your outcome, did you already decide you're getting divorced before the reading? But you wanted to know if he loved you. And what's interesting is I think I think that he's so sick. He's so sick that I don't think it's that he doesn't love you. I think he's just not well or something. That's like the energy here. He's all inside himself. I mean, even these 2 cards that represented him and the question, it's like he's not thinking about you. It's like he's only thinking about himself. Is he extremely self-absorbed? But I don't know if this could be something to do with any type of illness. But the goal was for him to be this King of Pentacles, which makes sense, especially how it plays out with your 9 of Pentacles, and then you taking that one coin, that Page of Pentacles. So I guess he's not going to be stepping into this. Maybe if he does, you'll be happy. Maybe if he was taking his medication, things would be different. But it does seem that with that Devil card, which of course does represent him, but even like, look, the imagery here, almost like this beast with the woman just lying there just in wait, almost like prey. It is his disease. Yeah, what's interesting is, I mean, I am going to move on to Sam, but if you wanted to book another reading at another time, what we would need to do is look at approaches you can do to see if you can help him. It's not your responsibility to help him take care of his disease, but of course, as his wife, and if you love him, you might want to do everything in your power to help him. So tarot might show something that there could be some sort of avenue that he can try that could help, but he's very self-absorbed. He's very much on his own. It's like both of those cards to represent him, the imagery was identical. A man sitting down, hands on his lap, on the ground so much, right? I think there was a big message in that the goal was to see him lifted on this throne as this king, but he's like down on the ground. He's very, very low. And I mean, what can you do but ask him, if you don't take your medication and we can't fix this, I have to go. And what else can you do to help him besides that? Because I think he has to help himself so you can work with him to save the marriage. So it's almost like, you've got to pick yourself up and you've got to take this medication so you can get up off the ground, because I'm not going to stay down here on the ground with you. And Spirit is saying to you, though, if you do choose to leave, you will be successful, you will be prosperous, and it really looked almost like a happily ever after for you. But of course, it's, you love him, he's your husband, so it would be a completely different outcome. But what's very interesting, because what I did, Kendra, was I gave you the Celtic Cross, so we didn't actually see, does he love you? I wanted to get to the nuts and bolts and see what's really going on in the marriage. And what's really truly wrong with the marriage isn't that he doesn't love you. What's truly wrong is he's not getting help. He needs to be in that 6 of Swords card, that needs to be like his immediate outcome, not the obstacle that he's refusing to address. And you can't make him do that. He has to do that himself. I don't know if there's any other thing that spirit can come up with of how you help facilitate that, you know? Let me just look real quick. I want to see if there is anything spirit says that you can do to help. I mean, I can't imagine it, but maybe there is something. Spirit, please show me if there's anything Kendra can do to help her husband get help and get healthy. Is there anything Kendra can do to help her husband? Thank you, Spirit. Is there anything Kendra can do to help her husband? Is there anything she can do? What could she do? I'm going to do another Celtic, but I'm going to do it quickly. Again, first two represent, oh, okay, so here we go, King of Cups. Here comes your love cards. So he does love you, Kendra. I'm going to cry. Okay. And Queen of Wands. Oh my gosh. Oh, Kendra. I'm crying. Do you know tarot? So to represent, if there's anything you can do, um, if you do want to stay immediately, this question is represented as he is the King of Cups, he's your husband, he does love you, and you're the Queen of Wands. You are that patient, nurturing Empress type woman who loves him, who's healing, who's by his side helping him. Okay, so our goal here would be the world, which makes a lot of sense. The completion, the end of that cycle, freedom, happiness. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to go through this one a little bit quicker. Spirit already, this is very strong energy. I guess spirit likes your marriage or something. But our obstacle, what is the obstacle for you helping him? Five of Pentacles. Okay. Five of Pentacles is rejection and illness and sickness. The the only problem here, Kendra, seems to be the sickness. I'm not sure if there could be a financial reason why he's not getting treatment. But again, what can you do to help him? So we're seeing like loving him or treating him like a child. Is that part of how you feel? Do you feel like you have to baby him and coddle him? But I want to see if there's anything around here. Okay, so we have around here 10 of Pentacles. Does he have family? Family that knows of his condition or family that can intervene? Our 10 of Pentacles, he thinks he doesn't have the disease. So has he never been diagnosed, or he has been diagnosed, right? Because he had the a monthly shot for it. His family, it does know. Okay, because it looks like if you were to really help him do this, his family has to be involved. That's the 10 of Pentacles. That is showing, and it's his family. I mean, this is like a prominent family. Like this isn't like a dirt poor family. This is a family with resources. So it looks as if what's around here would be a family with resources to help. Here's that 9 of Pentacles again. This is interesting because this could just mean you being very independent or you working with the family. He has retired from the Air Force with it. Okay. But interesting that 9 of Pentacles is showing up. So immediate, oh my gosh. So now we're seeing the 6 of Swords in a different position. That would be, so the family has to be involved. That's what will get him on the road to healing. The long-term approach would be 3 of Cups. So we've got that again too, and that's that celebration. The overall approach, Queen of Pentacles, check that out. So now you come in as the Queen of Pentacles. You would be the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Did he was the King of Pentacles. That was the goal last time. So lots of kings and queens to represent your marriage. And then our outcome, oh, then the outcome would be the king and queen. So Kendra, you can save your marriage. I'm going to cry. I'm just going to cry because it's like you could get divorced and you'd be happy, okay? But the question was, is there anything you can do to help him? And absolutely, absolutely. So like you could have a good marriage, but for some reason, the 10 of Pentacles is the key. And if he's got a father, if he's got a parent, it does seem to me like, I don't know if it's telling him like I was like, tell him I can't do this anymore. But with that King of Cups, and then you had that Queen of Wands, that's more like motherly energy. It almost seems like what he'll respond to is almost like just unconditional love. I don't know if you've got that in you, because that's going to take the patience of a saint. That's going to take the patience of the Queen of Wands to love him through this, through every challenge, as if you were loving like a little baby who is sick, you know? And if you've got that in you, you absolutely can end up with this King of Pentacles, which was the goal in your first reading. But now it's the outcome, the King and the Queen of Pentacles. So I wanted to see that, and I'm glad that I did. But I got teary-eyed. I mean, and you've only been married 4 years. It's not that long. So maybe the healing, it's really not. So is it like you've seen a big change since he stopped taking this medication? Is that what the deal is? I'm so good. I'm so happy to hear that, Kendra. So you're going to do it. Okay. But just know if he is your best friend, and just know that if you have both options. You can either love him through it and watch it get healed, or you can go your own way and you're going to be successful and prosperous. You can do either. So you have a lot of choices. That's why those I didn't Seven of Pentacles come up for you at one point? I'm not sure. Oh no, Wheel of Fortune was your message. And that's the thing too. The Wheel of Fortune is like, you're spinning the wheel. You can go any which way. But if you choose to stay there and love him through it, that's like it. You can heal that relationship. You can heal that marriage. It will be strong. It will be healthy and good. And we didn't just have the King and Queen of Pentacles. We had the King and Queen of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and then I think it was the King and Queen of Wands. The only thing, live hard, love even harder. That's beautiful. The only thing that didn't show up there was the Queen of Cups. So, Kendra, is there something right now where you feel as if you're emotionally drained from all of this? But I mean, the Queen of Wands, I mean, the romance wears off. So maybe that's what it was. But he immediately showed up as the King of Cups. And that's what we wanted to see. So, because I was like, in the first ring, I'm like, where's the love? But it immediately showed up as the King of Cups. Beautiful love card. So the romance, okay. So I would say that you two are probably on this journey of getting him healed first. Then your marriage gets stronger. Then you come into that King and Queen Pentacles energy. And then it would probably be something later to see if the Queen of Cups comes back. But you're welcome, Kendra. Why was I going to call you Condra? You're welcome. So I do hope that blessed you. I'm just going to pick one of my mermaids to put up here. I'm loving this. Oh, and the mermaid I picked was healing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm seeing like so much synchronicity with this. Look at that. The power of the mermaids. Oh, thank you, Kendra. I just listened to Spirit. But that was very good. I almost cried several times because it was like you could easily have gotten divorced. We could have left the reading like that, and it truly came out like Spirit was like, "Oh no, this marriage can be saved." They I'm gonna cry again. They could be the king and queen. But sometimes you, if things get real bad, you separate and then come back together. Like you don't actually have to get divorced. You know what I mean? But it just looked like you holding him in your arms like a little baby, really nurturing him, mothering him, that type of thing. So beautiful. Thank you so much, Kendra. Thank you for the stars. I'll be praying for you and your husband too. Sam, are you here? Oh, great, Sam. Okay, think of a question that you want to ask. Panic attacks. Okay, let's see. So first, I'm going to get you a message from Spirit. Oh, I thought so too, Jess. I thought that was wild. And it just goes to show, it's like how important the question is that you ask. Because if we just left it like, okay, well, you can get divorced and move on, but I felt like Spirit was saying, no, don't leave it like that. And that's why I was like, I'm going to do another Celtic Cross. And that's why I love Celtic Crosses. I don't know if you've noticed, but like the Celtic Crosses are $25, and I'm like always like just giving everybody free Celtic Crosses because they're so in depth. They're definitely my favorite spread. Okay, so let's see, Sam, what message Spirit has for you about your panic attacks. Okay, and of course we're gonna do another Celtic Cross. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Sam? What do you want Sam to know today? Oh, 1 second. We did a full chakra cleanse. Wow. I think I'm going to do the ocean. Well, I have one, healing light. I don't know if it's really as beautiful as it should be for being called healing light. Let's try that one. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Sam? What do you want Sam to know today? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. And Sam, we have Queen of Wands. Confident. Okay. Did I get you this card yesterday? Confidence shines from the inside when you love yourself, own your flaws, and rock it without caring what others think. Um, Sam, first it was all like the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Did I get the Queen of Wands for you yesterday? I feel like I did. You're not sure either. Confidence, confidence. The Queen of Wands is the card that just showed up for Kendra in her reading too. So Spirit is definitely speaking about that Queen of Wands energy. I'm going to go a little bit deeper into the energy of the Queen of Wands because I just pulled the Queen of Wands in two different decks. So that means, that Spirit has something here for us with that energy, with that card. That probably applies to more than just you and Kendra. And our Queen of Wands. Now, remember, all queens are about patience. And the Queen of Wands is very much like the Empress. She's very attractive, energetic, cheerful. She's appealing and popular. She makes friends easily. She's very upbeat and happy, optimistic, has a warm and sunny disposition. And listen to this, she can shake off the blues easily. She's very generous. She dedicates herself to any project that she's working on. She's confident and trusts in herself. And your question is basically, are you going to ever get rid of the panic attacks? Okay, wait. So we're seeing this need for this self-confidence, self-assuredness. Now, for your panic attacks, are you taking, are you seeing any therapists, anything of that nature? But the need for a therapist might show up in your reading because it could be that you need a therapist or you need something to help with the panic. Okay, so you are seeing a therapist? Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Well, what does Sam need to know about these panic attacks? What does Sam need to know about the panic attacks? Thank you, Spirit. What does Sam need to know about the panic attacks? And will Sam recover and be free from these panic attacks? Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. What does Sam need to know? Okay, right here. And Sam, the first two represent your question. And we have the Knight of Swords. And again, the Knight of Swords is about clear thinking. The Knight of Swords is saying like to take control over your mind. You may feel some sort of benefits from, in addition to any therapy, that feels like therapy to me, but in addition to any therapy, maybe some guided meditations, but you really want to focus on the power of your mind. Do you even look at this card? Do you see what you're asking? If you're going to be free from panic attacks, just look at the card. He's literally sitting here with this armor, protecting his face and his mind and holding this sword. And sword represents thoughts. So it's like he's protecting himself from the panic attacks. I mean, that's just in the imagery. Now, two cards represent this. Oh, the Fool. Now, the Fool is talking about having faith, having fun, being lighthearted, um, willing to go in an adventure without fear. The Fool doesn't have any fear. Um, in fact, Sam, the Fool is like so carefree that he's on a journey. He's got his, look at him. This is like the 70s Fool, right? Okay. He's like the 70s Fool. He's got his little umbrella, he's got his little 70s outfit, right? But look, he's ready to go on an adventure, and he's literally standing on the edge of a cliff. So what you just said, that you get them really bad when you have to leave the house, so you don't leave the house unless you have a doctor's appointment. Look at this. He's literally standing on the edge of the cliff, ready to fall. But he's so carefree. He's so happy. He doesn't care. And it's almost like he's holding that umbrella like a parasol, like, Mary Poppins. Like, this Fool is so full of faith that it's like he's going to take this step off the cliff, and he just knows he's not going to come crashing down. That little parachute's going to open up and take him. So right here, we're seeing your question. Okay, we're seeing Spirit is saying that you have to take control over your mind. You have to do this like a soldier. You have to fight through it. This one takes action. He's like, get on your horse. You're a knight. Be bold. Be brave. You can do this. Have some of this folly. Take that leap of faith. Take that step. I don't even know if I need to read more, Sam. Take that step. Did you ever watch the movie Shameless, Sam? Have you ever seen Shameless? Not the movie, the TV series. There's John Cusack's sister, Joan. I can't remember the character she played, but she had phobias tremendously in the show. Yeah, it's a pretty raunchy series, so I'm not sure if you would want to watch it. But there's the character of Joan Cusack in the show, and she had this terrible phobias. She could not leave the house. She was trapped in the house, and she was watching this little boy, and she loved the little boy, and the boy snuck outside, and she had to go outside to save this child. So it was very hard for her, but the child was like going to get hit by a car. So she's taking one step after another. She makes it outside. She's conquered her fear. And then I think it was like a plane crashed like right behind her. So she grabbed the boy and ran back in the house and never came outside again. But the truth is, Sam, there's not going to be a plane that comes and crashes when you do this. So Spirit is saying to just get the bravery and courage and try and just do this. And maybe it's little steps. Maybe like, do you have a therapist who's working with you to maybe like just take some steps outside? And let me see what else is around here. Our goal here is the moon. The moon. The goal here is for you to conquer your fears, to conquer the illusions. I'm not sure if you know with your therapist what's caused this fear, but our goal is for you to get past this, okay, through the power of your mind. I would start with guided meditations, but again, I'm not a licensed therapist, so I don't know what the prescription is for this. I know that one time, I've suffered with fear. And one time I heard Joyce Meyer, and I don't listen to Joyce Meyer that often, but I heard Joyce Meyer teaching about fear. And she said, it doesn't matter if you're afraid. She said, do it afraid. Do it afraid. And once I started adopting that mantra, that I began to see that what my fear really was the fear. I wasn't actually afraid of the thing. I was afraid of the experience of being afraid that I had become accustomed to experiencing. And then once I pushed myself to say, okay, well, I'm really scared to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway while I'm scared. And then I wasn't scared anymore. So I don't know if that would work in your situation, but I'm going to see your obstacle, because what's interesting is the moon didn't show up as your obstacle. The moon showed up as your goal. And you would think that the moon, which represents fears and illusion and like fear of the unknown, um, isn't your obstacle. It's what you have to conquer. So your obstacle here, the artist, the artist. Now that's one of my new major arcana cards that this deck has that keeps popping up. So I am going to be learning this one soon. Okay, but let me go to the book. The artist is the vessel of creation. This card signifies mankind and shows when you need to open to the knowledge that is available if you stop and set aside the distractions of the human condition and listen. Visionary, interpreter, creation, and passionate. So I would feel that this artist, being the obstacle, is saying just that fear that's holding you back, that you're, I don't know if you feel that it's something that's stopping your creativity and your passion, but I would assume it is. But now I want to see what is around you. Okay, Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords. And again, like I said, the swords is all about thinking, power of the mind. And in both of these cards that I want you to see are Knight of Swords. He's literally holding that sword. He's the one holding it. He's the one cutting through this blockage, this phobia. And the ace is, again, the imagery, holding that sword in his hand. So I do feel that Spirit's message to you is you have to be the one who takes authority over this and cuts through these fears and conquers them. I don't know much about panic attacks. I don't know if what will work. I do know. Are you sure they're panic attacks? Because I know that I thought I had a lot of panic attacks. And then once I started using my CPAP machine, I know this might sound a little weird, but once I started using my CPAP machine and started getting my heart regulated, because I know you have heart failure too. Did you say you have heart failure, or was that Louise? Oh, no, wait. I mean, that was Lorraine. I'm sorry. I don't think that's you. I think that was Lorraine. Okay, so now then, along with our Ace of Swords, we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so we are seeing that you need to be in this position where you are healing. Okay, these are what's around you. Okay, so what's around you is that okay, it wasn't you. What's around you is that you do need to take authority of this. The other thing that's around you is it's not changing because it's blocked. You're at a stalemate and you're stuck. So maybe you need to try a new treatment. Maybe you need to speak to your therapist. Because for some reason it's like you're holding on to this and it's not being released. Hoping I can see why. Three of Pentacles. Now this is our immediate course of action. The Three of Pentacles represents that you need a team of three, of teamwork. So this could be that you need other doctors involved. Okay, this is like a group of people who are looking over your case file, working together. So you may not be having the best medical care or therapeutic care. You may need to bring somebody else on board. Our long-term strategy is Three of Swords. Okay, so this panic is coming from a broken heart. Do you understand, or does it resonate with you what this broken heart is, where it came from? There's some wounds in your heart that need to be healed. Of course, that makes sense of, panic attacks, but this could be something very significant. some sort of childhood trauma, some trauma that you've gone through. That needs to be addressed as well. Since we're looking at the Three of Pentacles to address this trauma, I'm going to look at our overall approach. Overall approach is just that journey to healing. Look at all these swords. So you need a lot of healing, Sam. Whatever this abuses that you've gone through, whatever this trauma, you need healing. With the Six of Swords, you need to heal the wounds to your heart, and you're going to need a team who's working with you. Okay? So I don't know how many doctors you have. I don't know if you're in a situation where your doctor said, I would like to give you a referral to this place. Or if you've thought to yourself, you know what, I don't think this one's working. Maybe I should try this. Be on the lookout for that. Because you definitely, your immediate approach, you need to be working with a team to conquer this. This isn't just like, if this was like one doctor who had the answer, like one therapist, we'd be looking at like maybe the emperor or a king of something, like the King of Swords, to come in and like fix this. But you absolutely need a team. Okay? You need to have this, whatever happened to your heart has to be healed, and you need to be on this journey. And the journey is your overall outcome, overall approach, not outcome, overall approach. So it's still going to be a journey, but you haven't actually assembled the team to help you. And your outcome is Seven of Cups. The outcome is Seven of Cups. So there's still going to be some areas here. I want one more card after that. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Because I just didn't want to leave it on the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is here showing me that your Six of Swords journey is still not going to be... this is kind of a long journey, Sam. Sam, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I just feel like there is like some significant abuse here. Because this is not... I hate to say it this way, Sam, but it seems like it's easier for Kendra's husband to overcome and heal than it is for you. Because this is supposed to be your outcome, and your outcome is almost as if even after you make all this progress, you're still left with some serious trauma. So I wanted to pull one more. There's still a lot of fears here. I wanted to pull one more, and then guess what I got? The King of Swords. So it seems as if you're going to have to get a team working before you get to this King of Swords energy where you actually do get the one-on-one type of therapist. So do you not have a one-on-one therapist now? Okay, and see, after your King of Swords comes in, then we have our Three of Cups. We have a lot of celebration and happiness. We have emotional intuitiveness. So that's what I'm wondering. Do you have a therapist now? And if you have a therapist now, do you feel like your therapist isn't doing a good job? I pulled a couple more. Now we're really, after you find either this new therapist, I feel like it's a new therapist, Sam. Then we come into the Three of Cups where you're celebrating, you're happy. Then we even come into the Ace of Cups where we're seeing like this new beginning, like new emotional feelings, new sensitivity, new happiness, new love. Like then you're healed. Right. I'm keep going for you. Then we have Justice. And then it's like, you're healed, you're on your true path. You have them, but she's not good. Yeah. But I think what it is you have to, I just keep going and I'm just going to keep showing you. Queen of Wands. So then you really get healed. You really do get healed. I'm not going to keep going, but it's all really, really good. So what you have to do is start with this Three of Pentacles card. You have to start. That's the immediate action you have to do. Again, I would say the little steps you can do right now is look up guided meditations. You can listen to them at night when you're sleeping. Look for some that say for phobias or panic attacks, because they definitely have them, and put them on while you're sleeping. Start listening to them. The guided meditation journeys are very nice. I love the Honest Guys. Let me see if I can get a link to their channel. Okay, let me see. Sam, do you use YouTube? I love their meditation tracks, but a guided meditation for panic attacks or phobia would probably be very, very good. So I would start there, because it is showing, the beginning with that Knight of Swords of him taking authority over his mind. So there are some things that you can do. Absolutely, you need to get some referrals, try some other things. Maybe you have insurance that can even go for some additional treatments. Maybe there's some sort of meditation, or I mean, like a hypnosis or something. I don't know if it's alternative, whatever. But you need to look in those areas. And what it shows is you'll start to make progress, you'll start to feel better, but then you're actually going to find a therapist who's actually very good, who's going to start addressing whatever happened to you that caused that wounded heart. And then you really find your journey to healing, wholeness, happiness, and health. So I hope this helped. It's definitely not like you wake up tomorrow and it's better. Because your question was, when will it happen? But I do want to reiterate this, because I went through a lot of cards, but I do want to reiterate this. Your question was, when will it happen? And we see the Knight of Swords and then the Fool. So if you can find a way to just try and take that first step on your own, to just embody that free spirit, that free nature, I believe it will help. And just one little step at a time. Just remember that card, that he's just one step on the edge. One step on the edge, and then just try and take that other step. I'll just show that. Oh, I'm sorry, I have a Facebook spammer. Look at how fast they are. They just come in and start spamming everybody. Well, Sam, I hope that helped. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to pull another mermaid card. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for us from the mermaids? What message do you have for us from the mermaids? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have from the mermaids? Right here. And it is breaking free. Breaking free. Is there another unknown? Breaking free. And unknown, let me get you a message. I'm not sure everybody who's still here, but I know you've been here for a while. My daughter sent me pictures of my granddaughter. My new granddaughter is like seriously advanced. At 3 weeks old, she was lifting her head up. I was like, what? And holding her head up. But she's having tummy time. She's a month old now. But she's having tummy time and she's like screaming her little head off. So cute. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for unknown? Oh, she's doing good. She has pain medication. She's on pain meds, but she's doing good. And she has to keep that neck collar on for 2 weeks. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for unknown? What message do you have for unknown? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for unknown? Hello, Stephanie. How are you? What message do you have for unknown? Thank you, Spirit. In unknown, we have the Death card. The Death card teaches us to embrace change and let go of what no longer serves us. Death is not the end. It is simply a transformation that brings about a new beginning. Wishing her. Oh, thank you. So, unknown, are you going through any situations right now where you have any transformations, any changes, any endings, anything of that nature? And Stephanie, how are things going? It's Jason, right? You're about to graduate and just ended a relationship, but have been seeing someone new. Oh, interesting. Things aren't going well with Jason, or not good in general? Okay, thank you, Stephanie. Jason, okay. You're welcome, unknown. Well, thank you, Unknown. Awesome, Stephanie. So, Stephanie, let me begin with your free message. And if you want to type in your question, let me put up them on donations. And it's like mermaid is tangled up with this octopus, breaking free. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Stephanie? What message do you have for Stephanie? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Stephanie? And Stephanie, we have 9 of Wands. Always watch your back and mark your boundaries, or others will mark them for you. Hmm. If you don't mind me asking, what kind of things is he accusing you of? Hmm. Okay, let's see what you need to know. Hmm. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit. What does Stephanie need to know about Jason? What is Jason doing? Is Jason hiding something? What does Stephanie need to know about Jason? Is Jason hiding something? Oh, you know what? I didn't actually clear these cards yet. 1 second. So he's getting a little possessive, controlling even. Mm. Okay, thank you, Spirit. What does Stephanie need to know about Jason? Is Jason hiding something from her? If Jason is hiding something from her, what is it? What does she need to know about Jason? Thank you, Spirit. Right here. And the first two cards are going to represent your question. Interesting. The Fool. Sometimes the Fool actually represents someone being foolish. Let's see what goes with it. Seven of Cups. Okay, so first of all, our Fool is the major arcana card, is representing his energy. The imagery in the Seven of Cups, as you can see on the card, um, has a lot of wishful thinking, getting caught up in illusions. He's letting his imagination run wild with him. So he does have some issues here with fear based, just kind of, not being in the best mind state. With all of our cups here, I would wonder a little bit if there could be any alcohol being part of this, but it could just be his own shadow self, as you can see, like the imagery here with the skull and the mask. And the Fool, this could represent being foolish, being unwise, but it could just also represent that this is a new phase and it's very new for him, and he's just letting his imagination run wild. So right here, we're not seeing that he's actually hiding something. We're just seeing this is like something in his mind. But we'll find out when we have what's around him and our obstacles. Now, our goal here is the world, which is very, yeah, that could be something like that. Well, but even though right now, well, we'll see with the obstacle if we get like the devil to see if it's actually like drugs. But I think it could just be, his mind. So our goal here is the world, and we want to see him free of this. We want to see, him happy and celebrating the relationship. But here we go with our outcome. I mean, our sorry, our obstacle. This is our very important card. Oh, okay. So I wanted to see if it would be something like drugs, but we have the devil, so it very well could be drugs. Um, I don't even think this would be PTSD. I think this could be drugs, some sort of addiction. It's something toxic. This was not showing up in our last reading. Does this behavior seem like it suddenly changed? Was he maybe in recovery? Could he have had some sort of relapse or something? And again, it's like I don't want to say is that he's definitely on drugs, because this could even be somebody who's in recovery, maybe being tempted, or maybe it's that he's withdrawing from drugs and that's what's affecting his mind. Um, it could also represent some sort of illusion and fear. That could be what's coming up with the devil, because drugs are really just one aspect of that. But there's some sort of bondage. He's obsessed. He's focusing on things that are material, feeling hopeless. So he's in a dark place. he's definitely dealing with dark thoughts. It's gotten much worse. So I would wish he would just like come clean. So let's see what's around. Around him is judgment. And the judgment card is about rebirth, but the judgment card can also show up if you're actually having some court trouble, some sort of court issues, or if he feels judged. Is he dealing with court cases currently? The judgment card, though, is actually very positive, to represent as if he's actually going to, like, he's facing that he's got some decisions to make. And it seems that he does know that those decisions are there. Also around is the Knight of Cups. So he has a lot of court stuff, and we do see that he is still trying to offer you his heart. He is still trying to be in love with you. That hasn't changed. He's just dealing with some mind issues, so he needs some help there. I'm not actually seeing that he's hiding anything per se. So our immediate action is the well, which is actually very good. That's all about creativity, new beginnings. The well is the birthplace of ideas, inspiration, and transformation. All things are birthed from this creatrix, and knowledge flows freely to those who seek it. So it does seem to me with the judgment card, with the well, that he is still actually improving for the better. Our long term is Nine of Cups. That's positive as well. So I think this is a situation where he just has to kind of grow up, mature. Yeah. Our overall approach is the Ace of Cups. So he just you just have to set these boundaries. You have to explain to him, this is not going to work. We have to find a better way to communicate things like this. And our outcome is the Six of Wands. So we're still seeing a lot of positivity here. And it could just be that he really does not know how to deal with his emotions. He doesn't know how to deal with his feelings. He is dealing with this darkness, this clouding his mind with the devil, and what was the other one? Oh, it really wasn't even that bad. It was the Seven of Cups in the very beginning. The very beginning was the Seven of Cups and the Fool. The outcome is actually very good, but and I don't feel like he's in some position to get some type of therapy. But did he ever go to rehab? I mean, because I do feel like this is somebody who's struggling to like maintain sobriety or stop using drugs. And it's almost like this beast is just there lurking all the time. He hasn't been to rehab. Yeah, I don't feel like he's going to go to rehab. But so you're not sure if he's actively using drugs? Is that the thing? I do feel like he could actively be using drugs. Okay. Yeah. It's hard to tell if this is just something in his mind, if he doesn't know how to interact. But the good news is we do see him healing from this. And you said that he's working and maintains a job and is doing really good with work, right? Is Adam still feeling positive about him? You think he is using? Okay. Okay, that's good. What are you going to do? Are you going to confront him on it? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Oh no, no, I'm here. I'm here. I was watching you two talk. I wanted to see if Stephanie responded to what you said about the relationship not being healthy for her. I mean, because I really feel the same way. Yet at the same time, I am seeing a positive outcome here. So I think it's really just going to be based on what you decide to do, Stephanie. Yeah, I'm here. I think it's really just about what you decide to do, Stephanie. Because this is our outcome, and I feel as if I don't know what you do to fix this. I feel it does appear to me that he's going to get better, but I don't. Right. And I'm not sure what you're going to do to implement that to help him resolve it, or if he's going to resolve it on his own. You already mentioned it to him. He yelled, you cried. When was that? Was that yesterday or the day before? Oh wow, every day for the last 3 days. Oh my goodness. So it seem like he's going to work and then doing something afterwards? Okay. Right, get help or get out. I agree. Because it isn't healthy for you, and that might be what, because something is going to happen that makes him get help. I'm not sure what that is. Possibly it's you telling him that. He's not on probation or on parole. He's not on anything that he's going to be drug tested for. I am going to end this stream and get some lunch, and then I'm going to come back. He's on parole but not drug tested, and that could be why this is happening. Oh wow. Here's our mermaid. Well, Stephanie, I hope this helped. I hope you feel that you have some resolution. I do like that the outcome is positive. I do hope, that he'll even go to rehab if it's at that point where, okay, so that's interesting. Oh, I'm sorry to those who are asking for a reading. The free messages stopped when I went on donations, and I'm gonna get some. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, Stephanie. I'm gonna go and get some lunch, but I will be back. I'm gonna come back in about an hour or so. Yeah, I wonder what will happen if she drug tests him and he fails. That could be what's going on with that judgment card. But Stephanie, I want to thank you. Please keep me updated. Let me know what happens, especially after his meeting today. I like to hear the update if you can. But I'm gonna end the stream and get some food, and then I will be back. But I want to thank everybody for being here today, and God bless you. And remember to read the tarot. You're welcome, Stephanie. God bless you. And remember, just send me a text if you can. I want the update. Okay, God bless you. God bless you, unknown. Ruby. Ruby and Piyush. If you see me live, come back and I'll make sure to give you a message.